A stroke changed our lives forever, but God is using it for His good, and He can for you too. Welcome to Need More Coffee, please. Hey guys, glad to be back. I know it's been a while.
Yeah, like what, 5, 6 months?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
A lot longer than we thought.
Yeah.
For sure. But we initially took some time, and we were initially planning on taking a break of, I don't know, a couple weeks, a couple months at the most.
I don't even think, at first it wasn't a couple months.
Yeah,
was
I think it
more
was
like
just a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And we were really just trying to figure out, like, Lord, what do you want us to do? Where do you want us to go with this? What do you want us to talk about? Because we did talk a lot, especially at the beginning of our story, and different things that we've been through. But we've kind of exhausted that.
Yeah. We were kind of sick of talking about us.
Yeah. I know you guys were
And
probably
we
getting
figured
sick
you
of
guys
it.
were too.
Yeah, and we were getting sick of it too, and we just were kind of seeking the Lord, just trying to figure out, Lord, what direction do you want
Yeah.
us to go? What do you want us to do or talk about?
And it's interesting because I think, like, I mean, we had been praying about that this whole, I don't know how long we were doing this.
mhm.
The whole time we, have been doing this, like, what direction and just clarity on all of it. Like, we knew we were supposed to share our story, but beyond that, it was kind of like, then what,
Mhm.
And it's funny because I feel like he kind of brought us back to, like, what we had in the beginning, like what he told us from the beginning. I know it's not like mind blowing.
Right.
For us, it kind of was like, oh yeah.
Yeah. It's easy, man. It's easy to get kind of lost in the shuffle and the noise and the craziness of just social media in general and YouTube, and you watch other people do stuff and watch other channels, and it seems like they're so polished and got it all together. And I know for me, I get caught up in the professionalism of how things look or how things sound. But at the end of the day, we just want to do what the Lord wants us to do.
We're just but humble folk.
Yeah, we are.
Like, we're not trying to be
we're not
anything than what we are. And
yeah, this is weird. We've said it before, out of our comfort zone. It's not something that we're used to doing, or something that we've
or even aspired to do, like, for years and years. No,
you know,
not at all.
So it's weird being here. It's weird doing this. But
we're doing it.
Yeah, we are. And again, that break that we were going to take wasn't, we thought it was going to be a lot shorter than it was, and it was definitely a lot longer. But that's okay. Like, the Lord has been working and speaking, and in between all that time, these last 6 months, life was happening. Not got in the way, but it was just happening. And Melissa got a new job, or a promotion, I should say.
Same job, big promotion.
Yeah, and a lot more hours and responsibilities.
And holidays are always crazy at my work. Like, that's what it's geared around. So, that demanded my full attention. So we knew for that time, yeah, we weren't going to be able to have the time to do this. But, and then our son came home from England, and then he went back to England.
He went back, yeah. He was just here for the winter break, so it's 6 weeks or whatever it is.
So, it's like, we know, whatever, algorithm wise, it's not the best to take a long extended break, but
they always say consistency is key, and I agree that is the case. And pretty much that's how life is, just in general, and everything that you do. But we just really feel like the Lord wanted us, and we needed to take a break mentally and just life-wise and all that. And so So we did, and
That's
despite
okay.
despite what the world says, or they tell you to do XYZ or don't do XYZ, we really just felt like the Lord was just telling us to do it, so we did it.
So, what are we gonna do now?
So we just want to continue our initial vision that we feel like the Lord gave us
Yeah, what was like
of just sharing
hope?
hope and encouragement and faith and relationships, and the just importance of all those things, because those things have really helped us, especially the last 2 years. And I know that it's something that's going to help
Mm-hmm. And
everybody
what we've
because,
learned in them, right?
yeah,
Like, I think especially in like faith and relationships, like our faith is completely different now than it was,
yeah, 100%. 2 years
10
ago.
years ago.
Yeah.
And our relationship is different too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we just, I think having a more of a vision of wanting to be a help for people who are going through hard times, whether it be a health crisis or something else. But, I think for a little bit, like we didn't really want to be pigeonholed with the whole stroke
Sure.
stuff. Like, people have like a platform of what they talk about. And I think we both kind of were like, oh, didn't want that to completely be our
Mm-hmm.
platform, I guess.
And yeah, there's just something about like being able to kind of profit or get
Yeah.
popular over somebody else's tragedy
Mhm.
or hardship, and then that's definitely not what we want to do.
But then there's something so specific about your story that I feel like the Lord did show us it was specific for a reason, and we don't really, I think there's a lot of thoughts and things kind of happening behind the scenes right now that we don't really want to share on yet, but we will when the time comes. Yeah, I think for us trying to like strong arm it away for a little bit now, we're more open to embracing what he wants to do with that whole story. Even just seeing how many like gaps there are in just assistance and support, especially in a young stroke survivor. Like it's pretty crazy. And, we're still walking through it in a lot of ways. Um, he's obviously doing incredible. And even in these past 6 months, that we've been not doing this, I feel like there's been some really big improvements. Big as in like when you look back 6 months,
Yeah, for sure.
it's like, oh, that's very noticeable. Um,
Yeah, because it really every day is like I really feel like I am improving, but it's
mhm,
small increments, and it's really
yeah,
hard to see one day to the next.
yeah.
Um, how I've improved, but I'm sure if I go back 6 months or go back a year,
Oh, it's
especially,
crazy. Yeah.
it's really big. So
Mhm,
it can be hard because it can be discouraging because
mhm,
it's like, man, I feel like I
yeah.
haven't gotten better, or I'm kind of still in the same place that I was, and thankfully right now the only thing that's really bothering me is my eyesight.
Mhm.
Thankfully physically I'm okay, mentally
Oh yeah, forgot to tell them that.
I'm okay. Oh yeah, yeah,
So Cisco also in the past 6 months got his
yeah. So I got
personal
my
training
yeah, I got my
certification.
I'm a certified personal trainer. It's something that I would pursued and went after.
Years ago.
Yeah, after the
After the
fire,
fire,
so
yeah. Mhm.
2019 ish.
Yeah, it
And
would have been 2019 because
yeah,
yeah. Mhm.
and I got all the way to the end.
Yep.
I studied everything, did everything, got my CPR certification, and then the only thing I needed to do was take my actual exam. And between then, it took me a little bit longer than I wanted it to. And then by the time it was time to take my exam, it was 2020.
Mhm.
it was COVID. We were in California, and it was going to be more difficult.
I think there was no, like, they shut all the exam
Yeah,
centers
yeah, they
down. Like,
did.
there was no in-person exam.
So I had to, go through. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. And
Well, then we moved out here.
yeah, by the time 2020 rolled around the beginning and it was time to do that, I was kind of too worried about everything else with COVID going on and me not working and what's work going to look like. And then we really were thinking about moving, and then we ended up moving in that June of 2020. So between all that, bottom
Never
line,
took the test.
yeah, I just dropped the ball. I never took the test, and I can blame it on other things. But so anyway, I took it, did the class and took it. It was all online, and I was good. It was hard, but it was good. And I don't know what's gonna happen with that, but
Yeah, I think it was just something you felt like that you needed to finish, and I think you did.
Yeah, just the fact that I actually finished it, and it kind of got that monkey off my back is big, and how the Lord is gonna use it. I don't know. Maybe He won't use it in that way. I honestly have no idea. I just wanted to be obedient. And I remember, after the stroke, over the last summer, and just after the stroke, just in general, I was really praying a lot about, like, Lord, what do you want me to do? Like, I don't know what to do, what direction to go, what can I do, what should I do? I honestly didn't know. And it's kind of always something that I've thought about, prayed about, but work, and I actually had a job at the time, my whole life up until now. So it's like, yes, I would think about it and pray about it, but then I would just get busy working, and then like, okay, well, I guess this is what you want me to do. But now that I don't have a job and I can't work right now, I really was like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I don't think I'm supposed to be at home, and do nothing. Not that that's not that is nothing, but so anyway, I was just praying about it. And one day I remember just being out mowing the lawn, actually. I just really praying about it, and that just came to my head, and I'm like, I think that's something I should do, is just finish that, and so I did. And again, who knows what's gonna happen. I just wanted to be obedient, and do what the Lord wanted me to do, and we'll see what happens from there.
Yeah.
So so sometimes, you might be praying about direction, about what to do. And sometimes that's the thing. Like, God speaks in a still small voice. It's not going to be a big old thing. And sometimes I know I've expected that, and it was just literally just like a thought that popped in my head while I was mowing the lawn. And I was like, well, maybe I should do it. Like, what do I have to lose? Really, I got time. I got nothing but time. I'm not working, and thankfully the school wasn't that expensive. And see.
Yeah.
So anyway, just wanted to say we're back,
Mm-hmm.
and we're happy to be here, and we really feel like the Lord's given us a fresh vision, about what to do and where to go next. And Lord willing, we're going to be a lot more consistent, with things, not necessarily every week, because we're busy, life gets in the way, but we want to be more consistent.
Yeah, we're
Reach
gonna
out.
aim for that, but
Yeah, for sure.
we'll see how that goes.
But feel free to reach out, leave a comment, leave a
Prayer
like,
requests.
especially
Yes,
prayer requests,
yeah.
for sure. We want to come alongside and pray with you guys, pray for you guys, let us know what's going on. If it's something that is, private, or you don't want to share with everybody, feel free to DM us, and we want to really make sure and and take the time to pray, to legit pray for you guys. So, don't be afraid to hit us up. Of course, we'll, keep everything private and we won't share anything with anybody. We'll just keep it amongst ourselves. But yeah, thank you for being here, and we love you guys, and we'll see you soon.
See you next time.